Sutton Coldfield, England. A working-class young man grows up mesmerized by the gravity-defying heroes of the silver screen. For Scott Adkins, figures like Bruce Lee and Jean-Claude Van Damme weren't just entertainment, they were a blueprint for his own destiny. At 14, following a brutal robbery on the street, that fascination hardened into an obsession with self-defense and athletic excellence. He transformed his father's garage into a martial arts sanctuary. Scott didn't just want to learn to fight. He mastered taekwondo, kickboxing, judo, and gymnastics. He sculpted his physique with a single goal: to become the most complete and visually spectacular martial artist that Western cinema had ever witnessed. Hollywood, however, is famous for ignoring real talent in favor of established faces. For years, Adkins was forced to accept bit parts, stunt doubling for actors who barely knew how to close their fists. But the path of true warriors cannot be contained. The year was 2006. The film Undisputed II, Last Man Standing. Scott was cast as the antagonist, a relentless Russian prisoner focused entirely on proving he was the most complete fighter on the planet. His name was Yuri Boyka. What was supposed to be just a supporting villain role instantly transformed into a global cultural phenomenon. With his signature 360-degree spinning finishes, impossible aerial agility, and a terrifying dramatic intensity, Adkins stole the show. He turned the villain into the most acclaimed hero of modern martial arts cinema. Boyka wasn't just a character, he was Scott Adkins' martial signature to the world. By the early 2010s, big-budget action cinema was saturated with digital doubles and rapid-fire editing cuts that hid actors' incompetence. It was against this backdrop that Scott Adkins emerged as the savior of physical and grounded action. Within the direct-to-video market, free from the constraints and censorship of major studios, he delivered masterpieces of pure combat. In Ninja 2, he resurrected the honor of classic ninjutsu films with complex, wire-free choreography. In Avengement, he delivered a brutal, visceral, dramatic performance, proving that beyond an extraordinary athlete, he was a talented dramatic actor capable of carrying fear and pain in every line of dialogue. He proved audiences didn't need expensive visual effects when the technical skill on screen was painfully real. The Hollywood industry could not ignore his force for long. Major studios began calling, recognizing that if they needed a flawless action sequence, Adkins was the definitive name. He faced down Jason Statham in the Expendables 2, battled Doctor Strange within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and served as the physical action double for the original Deadpool. But his definitive mainstream consecration arrived in John Wick, Chapter 4. Beneath a heavy makeup mask and a full-body fat suit, Adkins brought the villain Killa Harkan to life. Even with the physical limitations of the suit, he delivered one of the franchise's most memorable fight sequences against Keanu Reeves, unleashing spinning roundhouses with the same blinding speed of 20 years ago. Scott proved his talent transcends his physical appearance. He is a master of performance. Today, beyond breaking barriers on the screen, Scott Adkins uses his voice to celebrate the martial arts community. Through his The Art of Action project, he interviews and preserves the history of the stunt performers and choreographers who risk their lives for the art of cinema. Armed with an unshakable work ethic and a blind loyalty to traditional martial arts, he proved it isn't $300 million blockbusters that create a king. It is consistency, sweat, and the relentless pursuit of physical perfection. Scott Adkins is the people's champion, the hero of true action fans. If you cheered for the flying kicks and punches that redefined combat cinema in the hands of this master, leave a like. Subscribe to Planet Earth to keep uncovering the paths of the real legends who shape world action. And comment below, what is the single most insane fight sequence of Scott Adkins' career in your opinion? I am Planet Earth, and real force is our only standard.